got an F80 back in the building. Fudge?
I'm not ready yet.
Fudge?
I'm not ready yet.
What do we got in the bay?
I told you I'm not ready yet.
All right, let's give him some B-roll then. We got a 2-liter.
We got Moby Dick in the
2
house.
liters.
You know what Moby Dick is?
And we're back after that beautiful B-roll of the F80. And what do you got in your hands, Fudge?
We all know about these. This is nothing new.
Nothing new here.
We haven't done one in
It's been a little bit.
while.
It's been a little bit.
I'm a little bit more upset because I won't be dropping the subframe, so I don't have to hear you complaining about me dropping the subframe. But anyway,
Every week.
every week we have a about Vargas spline lock crank hub.
Sweet.
This is obviously not the one in the car because
Yeah.
the car is still together. This is just one of my thousands of ones that I still have. So we have the Vargas spline lock crank hub.
Okay.
And then at the same time, we're going to be doing charge piping. I believe we're doing intakes,
Sweet.
maybe a mid pipe,
Okay.
and then a custom tune to top it off.
Awesome.
So
We got Ramon's new
Ramon,
F80.
he used to be a
Audi guy.
Audi guy. He had the blue RS3, but he said this car is not it anymore. And then he smartened up.
Wow.
Have you seen?
And this
Nick's
thing already
Epic?
has some goodies on it, bro. We got Olin's.
We do have Olin. We have
Nice
wheels
touch.
on it. The wheels
Yeah,
are actually
the wheels
getting
are
sent
there.
out to get painted.
They look good.
This also is a competition, which is a little bit more rare to find on the F80s.
Yeah.
The G80s, it seems like every single one is pretty much a
Right.
competition. So it's also hard to see, but this is mineral white, so it's not like it has like a nice
Yeah, it's got
flake in it.
It's got a crazy kind of pearl.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car, low mileage. So that was his main concern. We're gonna protect it, make sure that Did he do something stupid?
No.
Make sure that the crank hub doesn't spin, because who knows what he might do in the future. So.
Sweet. What do we got here?
So that's the old one. Our new one is in place.
Wow.
You missed a little bit of it. I was working a little too quick for
Well, we were working on the dyno and stuff
Yeah.
today too, so a lot of
So
stuff
right
going
now,
on.
all the timing is back together.
Okay.
We got new bolts in here because these are one-time use. They stretch just like the crank bolt. So that's all set up. I'm tightening the timing chain tensioner right now,
Okay.
and then we will stretch that crank bolt, and then we can reassemble the rest of the top and everything like that. So,
Cool.
and we can start doing the other parts.
Sweet.
You dig?
I'm excited for the squiggly squirms we got going on this. We got the active, right?
You love your squigglies.
They sound good.
Yeah, we
They
got the
sound good.
active equal length. So that's always a good addition to an F80.
Sweet.
We also have charge pipes and intakes, maybe.
Cool.
So, proper F80. You know.
Thanks, bud.
Right.
The next day.
And we're back. Fudge, it looks like the wheels came back too.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know they were going satin black. They look good.
Satin black wheels. We got the carbon fiber side skirts.
Bow, bow.
We got the carbon fiber front lip.
Bow, bow.
We got the Turner aluminum skid plate that protects your oil cooler.
Bow, bow.
We got the CTS downpipes
Bow.
with the
squigglies.
The squigglies. Going into a stock. Going into a stock muffler. Are you done?
Fudge, you have to do a lot of custom because you want to show them the hack muffler that you found on it.
I would, but we already threw it out.
All right. Well, there was a
So
very
basically somebody made a muffler that stopped here and went
and
all the way
squiggled
this way.
all the
and
way
then
around.
They made their own equal length, which
Yeah.
listen, I'm all for it, but like it wasn't the greatest.
No, it
So
wasn't.
the problem we ran into, I was just able to cut enough back here to be able to clamp these on. So it does look OEM.
Yeah, it looks
or,
good.
well, the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
He is gonna switch the muffler casing out, so we'll be all good there.
And over
yeah,
here,
beautiful pipes.
the actives, we've done a video on these before. They
done a
sound
ton.
great.
Done a pretty good amount. This is also a really, really nice piece.
It's really good. Crank
Very-
hub's done.
Crank up's done. We did plugs, oil
Charge
change,
pipes.
charge pipes, which I'll show.
Yeah, drop this thing, Fudge. No, it's coming
It's
together
on
nice.
Olin's suspension.
Yeah, we saw it. You saw it before, but
Yeah.
Olin's in there. The signature wheels got a nice
I also
satin black
flashed
finish.
the transmission GTS, and then I have to unlock the ECU because it went to the dealer, and the dealer's just being the dealer,
Yep.
and they locked it. So look at that, huh? I sprayed
Coming up here,
Sprayed some of that good stuff on there. It's
motor's
nice and
looking
shiny.
good. No intakes, Fudge?
No intakes. No.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought there was, but no, not yet.
Cool.
So the charge pipes are there.
There we are, the CTS. Bow, bow.
Clean.
Super clean.
It sits good.
Yeah, let's check it out.
The wheels look really good. Sound.
Wow. Look at that rear fitment, Fudge. That's fire. Looks good. Fudge, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a cold start.
I don't know if it's cold.
Who are you looking at? Yo, it's Henry and Nick.
I miss Henry. He had such a good head of hair.
Yeah, he did. I'm ready for the cold start, Fudge. What about you?
Well, let's give it to him.
Let's do it. We'll let it warm up, Fudge, and get some revs. Yeah! Yeah! And we're back after that short intermission. So, Fudge, what downpipes are on this again?
CTS everything.
So CTS everything, and
Except
then
for
the
the
Active
mid-pipe.
Auto Works squiggly squirmy
Yep.
squirms, which I think are personally I think they sound the best on the F80s.
Do you know?
I do.
So we're going to be adding in early December the CTS charge cooler and heat exchanger also.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
which is cool. But right now we're just cruising around with the valves closed.
Super.
Very, very quiet.
Yeah.
Very just
Super nice.
don't wake up the neighbors, none of that. And then when we want to open it up, she opens up.
It's nice.
Yeah.
The cabin noise is actually pretty.
Yeah, these cars are insulated well.
Yeah, it's good.
they're not like the G's are crazy.
The G's are crazy.
But as you know, new cars, new seals, all that. But no, these cars were always nice and quiet on the inside, and like, you know, quality was always good. Like you can do all that the testing, and there's no like shaking or anything like that, or plasticky noises. But
cool. Well, let's get up here. Let's get some reps. Sounds good. All right, first up, we got valves closed. And valves open. Sounds good. Here we are doing donuts at Discount Donuts.
I mean, technically,
We're doing donuts.
we're going in a circle. Does he still get a discount?
Yeah.
I think we need to bring that back up. That if people do donuts, you get discounts.
Yeah,
So we
no,
need
I
more
agree.
people to do donuts.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. Well, another F80 done. Like I said, these cars are always good to us. They're always kind. Unfortunately, I don't know if you'll get it on camera, but I have to unlock the ECU to get the custom tune done. So you're probably not going to be.
What
here
year
for
is
that.
this?
18.
18. Okay. And the ECU still has to be unlocked.
So when they first came out, no. But as time goes on, people bring these cars back to the dealer. Like this car came from a BMW dealership where he bought it.
Yep.
And they just happen to plug in. When they go through the car, it flashes whatever systems as it updates, and it does it unwillingly. So now we're seeing cars from 2013, 14, 15 that go to the dealer, and they have to get unlocked. So
Okay.
it's become almost like a new market of something. Instead of being able to just plug in and flash, now this is like a prerequisite to everything, which kind of sucks. But as time goes on, I think that people will, because there's only certain ways to unlock the cars and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that there will be easier ways, you know, as time goes on.
Cool.
But yeah, unfortunately it is like that for now.
Sweet. Well, another F80, crank hub, exhaust. And it's looking good.
All right, well, go into the carbon. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
One eternity later.
And we're back. Fudge? The M3 F80's back in the bay. And we got some more goodies for it.
We got some more parts for it. This is a Mosselman thermostat, oil thermostat cooler.
Okay.
So it basically keeps the oil cooler, has a lower temperature thermostat, opens up a little bit colder than the stock housing, which would be here. And then we also have a Mishimoto charge cooler, which is made in conjunction with Turner Motorsport.
Sweet.
So that's going to be going on to keep the coolant cooler. And then we also have a CSF heat exchanger that's going in the front. So we got to pull the bumper off, do that, do the charge cooler, do the oil cooler, just to keep all the fluids as cool as possible.
Sweet.
And then while the charge cooler is off, we're also going to be unlocking the ECU because fortunately this came from the dealer. So the ECU is locked. So we're going to unlock ECU and then we're going to custom tune it when it's done too.
Let's do it.
Okay, Tyler.
What do we got going on here?
So, oil cooler installed. Oh, I'm sorry. Oil cooler thermostat housing installed.
Wow.
We have our Turner by Mishimoto charge cooler installed. Bleeding it out now. So basically we fill that up. And then with this charge cooler, the bigger charge cooler, which is back here, which has this nice rock guard and everything.
Yep.
There's this bleed hole here.
Okay.
So we'll fill that up until the coolant comes out of here, cap that, and then we'll run the car until the brick starts, you know, until it starts bleeding out of here. So then we know the cooling system's fully bled. So the cool thing about these is actually the turbocharger cooling system. So basically the charge cooler, the heat exchanger, is actually on its own separate system from the engine cooling. That's why a lot of people get confused because there's two coolant reservoirs.
Right.
So it just kind of helps because you're not sharing the engine heat with the turbocharger heat, keeps them cooler, lasts longer, makes more power, works better, you know, more efficient. So which is great.
And now, do you need to do anything tuning-wise because you added any of this, or?
So any of this stuff that we did doesn't require any tuning.
Okay.
We did do downpipes and everything there. So I did also unlock the ECU while the charge cooler is off.
Okay.
So we are going to be throwing this on the dyno.
Sweet.
And then we have it's got a base file on it now, and so for getting ready for our full custom flash. So once I get everything back together, she hits the Dyno.
Awesome.
Here we are in the dyno, Fudge. What do we got?
Custom tune. I didn't baseline the car, but normally these cars with a custom, with a OEM flash usually put like 380 and maybe like right over 400 torque to the wheels. So we got our custom tune in it. We're gonna see what it picks up.
Let's do a run.
All right, Fudge, how do we do?
Did good.
Check it out.
Clean. The computer screen is messing me up a little bit. Well, basically, we made 463 wheel horsepower and 524 wheel torque.
Okay.
So on an OTS map, we usually get around 470 wheel torque and probably about 430 horsepower. So just the custom flash, we're able to pick up about 30 wheel horsepower and,
Sweet.
and
The graph
almost,
looks good.
almost 60 wheel torque. Just being able to kind of like work the boost control a little bit better than the OTS would. So overall, it's not as powerful as a G80, but people love these motors. I love this motor. I think it's a great motor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot simpler than the S58 in my thought, but no, this is a solid car for stage 293. So if he wants to push it more, we can always add E into it.
Right.
Do turbos. You know, the sky's the limit with these things. So
Awesome. Fudge, pop the hood. Let's show them the most important thing out of this whole video. And the most important part.
can't forget that.
Certified crank hub install by J Fudge.
No guessing here.
No
Oh, is
guessing.
my crank hub done? Yeah, it is. You want to know how I know how? Pow!
Contact us today. If you got an F80, F82,
Anything
F87,
F anything, G87, F87,
Everything.
F82, F83, F80, what you name it,
we do it.
you dig.
Thanks, Fudge.
I love this.